Well, welcome to our second race of the day. All right, breeze is light, so the line's a little short, but that's not so bad for this breeze. The breeze was over here, sort of by the Hyatt, or basically easterly. It faded. Very unstable breeze now. It shifted, what's that, 7 degrees to the left. Maybe it went a full 90. Maybe we got a northerly right now. Okay, so we'll see how it goes. All right, that beat is short because the Nantucket's in the way. It's a little bit too much into that Nantucket, but in order to get a race off, it was going to be very hard to move everything further down to leeward. So it's not terrible up there. Over here, we look behind us, and those gates are close, but it is a twice around. That's why I did the twice around, because the legs are so short. Okay, we're now coming up to 105. So that flag's coming down. He's on the flag. I think it still might be a little pin favored. The current, if there's much still coming in, it's pushing us down the line, not necessarily over it. Okay, 56 thread is a yellow boat coming in with full speed. That's Bill. Okay, but I think Bill's going to shoot right past Glinda, and that means Jay will be okay. I think. But Bill's going to come up, so 56 got to watch out for 62. Okay. 30 seconds, so 61 could have shut Averill out here, but they were too early for that, so they have to go down the line. So now we have this here, all right. Good, yeah, okay. Maybe if my power boat here, Mary would have made that. Okay. All right, I'm going to turn and put my eyes on the line. 63 is our threat to be over. Everybody else looks good. Come on, 63, don't make me call you. You got that flag ready? Nice, everybody's good. 67's got good speed. Oh, 68 now looks good with the speed. Come up. Oh, I like it. There's a little bit of righty, but no, not too much righty. We don't want a one-tack beat. Okay, Jim's got to come up. He's got to head up a bit more. So I think he was just playing with this travel so much he didn't realize he's sliding down in 50. And that 50 is going to gas him now because he's got to clamp on the lee bow. So careful, great idea to adjust things, but that was a very critical situation. 51 could have gone over 50, and certainly with that little righty that helps, or Cygnus can clamp on the lee bow. Well, if they didn't have it before, they have it now. Okay? It really stinks getting in lee bow. You get in gas, you can't foot off, that would be down into something. So we're watching Daniel get lee bow by Cygnus. What Daniel needs is a puff or a righty. Either one of those help that situation change as the boats rotate to the right. Okay, so finally, Jim, see how much you headed up before you could tack, Jim? That means the wind, I believe, was shifting. So you might have actually headed up and rolled over the top of 50. Okay, but certainly no complaints when you're getting lee bowed and you try, you're getting gas. You're going to lose 2-3 boat lengths right there on the lee bow. So 51 tactically they're there. Mary was close. If she'd slowed down earlier, she might have made it behind the boat that was to leeward of her. Okay, but she was barging there. That's why she's off the line towards the back of the fleet. But you know, there's hope over here to the right. It won't take much. But what I love is the fact that the boats have tacked. Yay! We got a square beat. I was very worried of it going both ways because the breeze is unstable. You know, Peter, I was just saying, you know, those poor boats are floating in no wind, right? Shut your trap. Stop complaining. Just deal with what you got. Well, it's no different from me. When that breeze dies and gets unstable, shut up and fix. Do the best you can. Don't complain. Just take what you have. So I took a wild guess, or maybe it wasn't so wild, where I thought the breeze would settle into, if it ever settles in. And it turns out I got lucky at the moment. So that's looking good. By the way, nice place for Jim to tack. We like that. Okay, Griffin is going to watch 51 and decide how much do I dare. That's Mary. How much do we go over there? 67 was thinking, how much of the race course is left? Should 67 duck 51 or should 67 had just tacked? Okay, they would have been so below 51 it wouldn't have been a thing of bad air. Okay, so now 67, 50, look at 50 duck, but they're awful close to the far or the right hand side of the course and almost to the lay line. Okay, and Jim looks pretty good. So if I'm 50, I'm turning the boat. Come on. Oh, my goodness. Now they've got a header. Please tack your boats. Thank you, 50. Thank you, 67. All right, even the 55 horse knows to tack. Come on, Blue Baby. Mary, tack that boat. All right. Great. And look at this. You got a righty. I think that's more velocity than a starboard angle. But now over here, the lefty comes in. All right. All right. So the people that held on, right? Ooh, Jim went back. I'm not sure it's worth going back. I don't think his ankle's that great, so I'm a little surprised that he went back there. Where is the red buoy? The red buoy, if you have to look over your shoulder to see it, turn. 51, please turn your boat. Okay. Thank you. Okay. The breeze is fading except for 63 and 54 all the way over. This says still got the breeze. 67 is falling out of the breeze, and you're going to get a velocity header. Right? The sail's going to shake because you're going to ride your momentum faster than the wind speed. So be careful. Don't be thinking it's a directional header. Don't tack and think you're going to get lifted on the other side, because that won't happen. All right? So really, the tacking back 51 got them nowhere. Not anywhere. They just lost to 67 and 50. So it was unneeded to do that. And, you know, I'm rooting for all you guys. I'm definitely rooting for the 51. I know him. I know them guys. All right? But I'm rooting for you all. Okay, so there we go. 54 comes in from the left side, 63 from the left. You know, the rest are kind of left, but the boats that are really close, 62, 60, 67, 51, they worked the right, and pretty much nobody went right up the middle. And when the courses are short, there's not a whole lot of middle anyway. All right, so 54, what do you think? Do you think you should try to pop the kite early because it's light? I might, but I believe if the last ship was left, okay, that means they're going to be on a knot coming around the offset. It might not be beam reach, it might be more like close reach. If 54 is sailing close reach, they're going to have to wait until they get close to the buoy. But I think if they're flying a kite, I think it should be coming up right now. All right, so I'm not sure they're flying a kite. Is there no spinnaker flag up? Oh, by the way, I won't put my video camera there, because that's a flag that never come down to go. Yeah, pull that down and go. Okay. And by the way, I should try coming up a little bit closer. See if I can hold it steady. Again, I forget that I can see the numbers very clearly. Okay, and maybe in the video you can't. Okay, so 54, no kite, so that's going to kill them. 68, a good popping. 62 must not be flying one either. You know, I have names and numbers. I should look them up. Okay, great. And so 62, 50, 51 all came off the right-hand side. The first 1, 2, and 3, they all came off the left. So that's not terribly unsquare, is it? That's not bad. And then there's a mixture the rest of the way. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So after the start, I forgot to run down. I was too busy yapping, as I always am, to go double check on the gates that they looked okay, that one wasn't more upwind than the other. Okay. I thought I set them right, but you never know with the current. If you don't let a buoy settle down with the current, you leave it one place, it might, depending on how long the anchor road is, it might end up someplace else. Hey, the current, what time is it, Pete? You know what time it is, Peter?
15.
What?
7:15.
7:15, so we're 30 minutes to basically a high? Okay, so the current isn't bad, because I'm wondering if these boats get too much down current, they have to fight the current coming back. Okay, so 54 is probably, without a kite up, they might be on the better job anyway. So we'll see, they could make a gain, but without a spinnaker up. So I know it's tough if you've only got 2 people, but obviously I'd love to see those chutes flying, all right? So if there's any possibility you can handle it, go for it. We'll have more fun, I think. Right? But anyway, 54 holding its own. The problem with the next boat, the Jibe, they're much closer to the buoy up there, and the breeze is a little lighter. They've got the kite up, the white boat furthest right as we look. And it had to heat it up because the breeze had been lighter. And now as they get in, and there might be even breeze filling in from the Jeffries Cove, that boat there should be making a gain. But now I think they're in enough breeze. I could be wrong, but I think the white boat there is in enough breeze to start bringing it back down. Okay? But our first hint that there might be a gain on the opposite side of the course was 54 without a spinnaker, and it was hanging in there. Okay? So that might have given the boats further down to our left as we look a pause to say, maybe I shouldn't be on starboard jibe anymore. Maybe I should be on port. Okay? So 54 has made a gain, but if it does get a puff, take that puff down when you can, because when the lull comes in and you ain't flying a kite, it is yucky. 62 back on starboard jibe. All right, well, maybe they have a good angle back to the buoy, but there'll be even more up current. All right, over here, the white boat, I do think it can turn slightly bow. The bow should, I think, be pointing to me. Heck, the gates are off to the other side of me. So we're not going to the gates. I understand you want to heat it up in the light stuff, but, oh, by the way, there's too much weight to the windward side of that white boat as well, as it is to the gray boat behind it. Even downwind, you know, get the boat heeled to leeward a bit, less wetted surface, gravity fills the shape of the sails. Okay. Oh my goodness, this is the last race of the day. Okay. And you know what we'll do? We might shorten it. Because now we can...
He's dying again.
Well, yeah, I think we can finish him here. So I think what we'll do...
Do you want me to come with you?
No, and we are, yes, the video's still on, I realize. Isn't it good to hang out and what do the race committee talk about? I think the race committee is going to talk about making Peter work. I'm going to make Peter take his anchor, drive up, put the anchor to the right of the weather mark, okay? And it's 2 toots, not 1. It's 2 toots, and you know what the shortened course flag, white with a blue square. Okay. Yes, I know you. Yeah. So I think what we'll do is we'll give them a long beat and finish up wind at the Nantucket and call it a day. Okay. So, but to do that, I'm going to remove the green ball so nobody's confused, and Peter's going to get his anchor up really fast because I'd like to.
You want me to do that first?
Yeah. Yes, I totally want that up, so ready to go. We can shorten any time, but I like it when we give them almost a full leg so they know what happened. Okay? All right, we have reset the course so that the finish line's up here. Okay, at the weather mark. So Peter's about to, when the anchor comes down, he'll blow 2 whistles and pop up the shortened course flag. You guys are going that way anyway, so it should not be the least bit confusing. You're going to the weather mark anyway. All right. The yellow boat Bill there, he didn't lose. He didn't make out. Working the right-hand side. He had a good angle coming back to the buoy, to the gate, but he was fighting the current a little bit more. And now, again, it's not bad current, but there's not a lot of wind right now. Okay, come on, 61. Let's get that spinnaker working for us. All right, I think he might be at. No, I can't complain. I was going to say I didn't think it was. I thought he might have been too downwind, but no. It's just that, you know, they've got extra body weight to the windward side because the crew on the foredeck is to windward as well. Okay, and the wind's just kind of dead. All right, so hang in there. All right, I had to slow down there. We don't want to give, who's that? All right, so anyway, we did not want to give down some bad air here, some bad waves, because these guys are winning the race right now. I love that blast he just got with it, just a little bit out of the Jeffries Cove. Well, it's going to be very exciting to find out that 2 toots are about to happen. All right, I just turned and I watched Abel just that second get that knock. But the buoys, the finish is over there. So what a great opportunity to attack. He didn't take it. Now the boat was going slow. Now that it's gathered its speed back, oh my goodness, I think The tack's in order. Okay. Right, shorten course. All right, you can see the house can get dirty, so we got to clean it. Yeah. Okay. I was just commenting that I thought you might be sailing out the race course, but I also said, or did I say, that he's probably doing it to get into the breeze over here. But he's the furthest boat right. No one's further right than him, right? He had the knock to come across. I'm afraid, hey, it's an unstable breeze. If it goes left, he goes from second to worse, okay? Right, Darren's over here in less breeze, sailing to the weather marks anyway, right? So I disagree. He waited too long, and now he's tacking into a starboard header. And he had a starboard lift. He tried that, but you know it's hard to argue with people in light air that want to go to the breeze. Right? It's hard to argue that concept. You know? What's up? Oh, how fast do you think you're going? No, if I speed up, I would have gave you a wake, and that would have slowed your boat down. So thankfully, I know what I'm doing, and I didn't give you the wake that would have slowed your boat down. Okay, now Cam there, he's in the same situation, not easily detected, because the breeze is fading a bit there. But I'm thinking, yeah, I'll give him, what do you think, 20 seconds. And I think he should flip into attack. You know, it's kind of easy to say when the weather box ends up to the left of you. Sooner or later, you're going to turn and go left, I hope. Okay. All right. I am going to go and pick up the gate balls here. You know, this isn't so bad. These boats are moving, so we're not drifting. This is by far, without question, a sailboat race. All right? And the people that do a better job are probably going to come out in the front. Hey, Darren over there, who had the lead, what are you doing? Everybody's to the right of you. Why haven't you tacked back? Darren, all right, the breeze is unstable. What if you get no wind, massive righty comes in, and you end up in third place? All right, please, Darren, tack that boat. I don't care how much of a lead you think you have. All right, 60. They look fine, okay? As further they go over there, then they'll decide they might take a hitch in. 60's Mike Cannon, but his angle looks good. He seems like he has enough breeze to work with. All right, he's got everybody behind him enough. So, but the point is, if it goes left, he's gonna get it. So you don't have to go extra far left. You don't have to sail yourself off the race course. If I look and I see Mike Cannon has a puff of wind, and I look and I see 68, okay, doesn't have a puff of wind, okay, that's April. What a great time for 60 to tack and get across and use the puff you had to get a little bit more to the center of the course. Now, not into the, 60, I don't know if we have to bear off that much. But anyway, but do not sail through the middle, over the rum line, if you're in a bad angle, bad slant, headed tack, or in low breeze and light breeze. So I'm not suggesting that 60 would have gone all the way across the middle, but they had a puff on the left, bring it across, okay? Get a little bit more closer to the vest of the, you know, don't get stuck on the corner of the course is what I'm saying. That's really a good reason. And then, you know, they might come back. So if 60's bow is going to come down here, by all means, they need to tack back to starboard, okay? Sail the lifted tacks, right? Sail the lifted tacks. All right. Anyway, I do see a hope of a breeze over here. And now the righty that was over in Jeffrey's Cold has died a bit, okay? So Jim did nothing wrong chasing the breeze over there because I saw it there. But unfortunately, unstable breeze this time of night, and it's fading away, which is why we shortened the course. But not a bad race, I'm sorry, but these boats are sailing close haul, and the breeze is square enough that I wouldn't know which side the course is favored right now. You know? So, all right, let's go pick up the gates. All right, we have reset the course so that the finish line's up here, okay, at the weather mark. So Peter's about to, when the anchor comes down, he'll blow 2 whistles, he'll pop up the shortened course flag. You guys are going that way anyway, so it should not be the least bit confusing. You're going to the weather mark anyway. All right. The yellow boat Bill there, he didn't lose. He didn't make out. working the right-hand side. He had a good angle coming back to the buoy, to the gate, but he was fighting the current a little bit more. And now, again, it's not bad current, but there's not a lot of wind right now. Okay, come on, 61. Let's get that Spinnaker working for us. All right, I think he might be at, no, I can't complain. I was going to say I didn't think it was, I thought he might have been too downwind, but no. It's just that, they've got extra body weight to the windward side because the crew on the foredeck is to windward as well. Okay, and the wind's just kind of dead. All right, so hang in there. All right, I had to slow down there. We don't want to give, who's that? All right, so anyway, we do not want to give Darren some bad air here, some bad waves, because these guys are winning the race right now. I love that blast he just got with it, just a little bit out of the Jeffries Cove. Well, it's going to be very exciting to find out that 2 toots are about to happen. All right, I just turned and I watched Abel just that second get that knock. But the buoys, the finish is over there. So what a great opportunity to attack. He didn't take it. Now the boat was going slow. Now that it's gathered its speed back, oh my goodness, I think the attack's in order. Okay, right, shorten course. All right, you can see the house will get dirty, so we got to clean it. Yeah. Okay, I was just commenting that I thought you might be sailing out the race course, but I also said, or did I say, that he's probably doing it to get into the breeze over here. But he's the furthest boat right. No one's further right than him, right? He had the knock to come across. I'm afraid, hey, it's an unstable breeze. If it goes left, he goes from second to worse, okay? Right? Darren is over here in less breeze, sailing to the weather marks anyway, right? So I disagree. He waited too long, and now he's tacking into a starboard header. And he had a starboard lift. Tried that, but it's hard to argue with people in light air that want to go to the breeze. Right? It's hard to argue that concept. What's up? Oh, how fast do you think you're going? No, if I speed up, I would have gave you a wake, and that would have slowed your boat down. So thankfully, I know what I'm doing, and I didn't give you the wake that would have slowed your boat down. Okay, now Cam there, he's in the same situation, not easily detected, because the breeze is fading a bit there. But I'm thinking, yeah, I'll give him, what do you think, 20 seconds. And I think he should flip into attack. It's kind of easy to say when where the box ends up to the left of you. Sooner or later, you're going to turn and go left, I hope. Okay. All right. I am going to go and pick up the gate balls here. This isn't so bad. These boats are moving, so we're not drifting. This is by far, without question, a sailboat race. All right? And the people that do a better job are probably going to come out in the front. Hey, Darren over there, who had the lead, what are you doing? Everybody's to the right of you. Why haven't you tacked back? Darren, all right? The breeze is unstable. What if you get no wind? Massive righty comes in, and you end up in third place. All right? Please, Darren, tack that boat. I don't care how much of a lead you think you have. All right? 60. They look fine, okay? As further they go over there, then they'll decide they might take a hitch in. 60's Mike Cannon, but his angle looks good. He seems like he has enough breeze to work with. All right, he's got everybody behind him enough. So, but the point is, if it goes left, he's gonna get it. So you don't have to go extra far left. You don't have to sail yourself off the race course. If I look and I see Mike Cannon has a puff of wind, and I look and I see 68, okay, doesn't have a puff of wind, okay, that's April. What a great time for 60 to tack and get across and use the puff you had to get a little bit more to the center of the course. Now, not into the, 60, I don't know if we have to bear off that much. But anyway, but do not sail through the middle, over the rum line, if you're in a bad angle, bad slant. headed tack, or in low breeze and light breeze. So I'm not suggesting that 60 would have gone all the way across the middle, but you had a puff on the left, bring it across, okay? Get a little bit more closer to the vest of the, don't get stuck on the corner of the course is what I'm saying. That's really a good reason. And then, they might come back. So if 60's bow is going to come down here, by all means, they need to tack back to starboard, okay? Sail the lifted tacks, right? Sail the lifted tacks. All right. Anyway, I do see a hope of a breeze over here. And now the righty that was over in Jeffrey's Cove has died a bit, okay? So Jim did nothing wrong chasing the breeze over there because I saw it there. But unfortunately, unstable breeze this time of night, and it's fading away, which is why we shortened the course. But not a bad race, I'm sorry, but these boats are sailing close haul, and the breeze is square enough that I wouldn't know what side the course is favored right now. So, all right, let's go pick up the gates. All right, I stopped my race committee work here because I noticed that righty come back. The one that was here early came back from the Jeffrey's Cove. 51 Jim there, he's flying, it's awesome. He'll probably get second here. Still, I think he should crack his sails just a smidgen, make sure you're foot over the top of the breeze that you have. Darren, by the way, has got to be pretty scared because he didn't cover the boats on the right, and sure enough, his 25, 35, 50 boat length lead is down to a couple boat lengths. Okay, look at, well, I don't know if you can see it. I'll try to zoom in. It's very hard, okay. I don't know if that helps, but we're just going to bounce around mostly. Okay, oh, now 54, your bow's coming down. Could you please tack the boat? Boy, I'll be really bummed. I'm sorry, I'm not rooting for Darren. There he goes. Finally, he tacks his boat. Okay, what an awesome lesson. You had a massive lead, and you just went left and let your competition go right. All right, so I feel that Darren's now in the breeze enough, and he did tack to starboard. So I think he's going to hold on, but I'm way down here, I can't tell. But that was way too scary. 63, by the way, is now picking up speed, and they may even challenge for second. Oh, there it is. That's the whistle. I think Darren held on. Sorry, I'm not up there, but I want to get my last buoy. All right. So 63. Okay, that would be Merlin. Okay, so that's Cam. So it looks like I didn't hurt him too much with I didn't give him away. So anyway, I think that went Darren, Jim, Cam. Then a little bit of gap for the fourth place. All right, so these are the last 2, 4, 5 boats to finish here, and then we're on our way in. So, well, what happened? Jim won the race. It was not Darren, okay? And what an awesome lesson Darren learned. But the problem is that people keep learning that lesson, season after season, and you'd think we'd be able to learn from other people's mistakes, because we've talked about this before. You've got a big lead there. Why don't you stay between the fleet and the mark, because you don't know what the breeze is going to do. So sorry, Darren, as much as I really love for you to win that race. You had your son in the boat with you today. That would have been cool. But serves you right. Okay? Don't do that again. Okay? All right. So anyway, that's about the end of it here. And I'll see you in for a chalk talk. All right. Forgive me, I'm back. But this is kind of the best time of the evening, coming in at the end of the day. The sun's typically coming down. The sky's typically pretty, even if it's overcast. Anyway, and I feel bad because just as I shut off the camera, the yellow boat Bill, the 3 of those guys, in the back of the fleet, as you can see, but that roll tack, all 3 of them did a beautiful roll tack, and I really wish I'd caught that on camera so you guys could have seen that, because their weight was perfect. They didn't do it too soon, and they did it together, okay? If the boat is not up into the breeze and you heel the boat to windward, the boat bears off, and that's not a roll tack, okay? And yes, you can roll tack a keel boat. Right, so anyway, sorry for missing that, guys. That was a great shot I could have had. Okay, and yeah, we're going to be in on time as far as sunlight goes, but hopefully it doesn't crap out anymore. But we won't have time for the current to start ebbing out strong, so at least they won't have current pushing them backwards to get home. All right. We're good.